Hello there everyone, this is I am Mark III and welcome back to the Soviet Republic. Workers and Resources. Or, no, wait. Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Ah, comrade, is good, yeah? Yeah. Racist tone of voice aside. Well, is that racist? I don't know. Stereotypical voice-ish. Maybe, I'm terrible at that. Right. Welcome back to Soviet Republic. Yes, there we go. That's the thing. If you recall, maybe a week or so back, I did 3 pilot parts for this as a possible Let's Play, and then I made the mistake of asking for feedback, which, yes, me am dumb idiot, me should not do, but, hey. Because there wasn't much, honestly. But this is a game that I like and I do want to do more of. So I should do as I am trying to do and keep going, and we will do this thing. So there are a couple of things we need to touch on very quickly as we start. The fact is that all this stuff is under construction, of course, and in all honesty, I believe I overdid it on the construction, and that is slowing things down to even further as far as actually getting oil production online is concerned. So that's the thing. Here's something else that I wish would be fixed. These people from these houses are set to, by default, to go to wherever they think is best. That's what happens if they don't have a set place to go. And because there's a construction site nearby, they're just wandering over there, even if the equipment needed to do anything is not there. So for some reason workers don't check to see if they can actually do a job before they go to report in for that job. I do hope that gets fixed at some point. You wait. Absolutely nothing, you are almost done. Okay. But yeah, basically all equipment I've got is out, but there's so many construction sites because they built so many roads. This is slowing things down a great deal because they don't have the ability to prioritise. I could go to the construction office and drag and drop things around and try to do it that way, but it would have uncertain results. I'm not even sure I can do that. So I'm just going to suspend construction on some of the interlinking roads just to force some of these things to actually get put together. Like, I've suspended that one. So they have to start prioritising some of the actual oil pumps, and the power links are also mildly important. But that means I want to suspend this one, because that is past a junction box. This area, let's suspend these 2 roads too. So just little things like that. Just try and force my vehicles into getting some of these pump jacks up, and then we can increase our oil production and hopefully get some moolah, because money is steadily ticking down, as you know. Now, next up on the docket is actually finishing up and trying to get some money. Moolah. And that comes from here. I can send trains to this loading unloading station, and they are plugged into, of course, the fuel and bitumen tanks. Fuel and bitumen are being taken out as needed for any construction projects, but a train will be here to grab for export. We've already got the track for export all the way down there, of course. We built that a few episodes ago. But for now, what we need is to get this thing set up. We do have hundreds of tons of gravel in storage, of course. Gravel builds up quickly in this game. Though, if you're wondering, I'm not going to export gravel because gravel sells for pittance. It is not worth it. It's like a train carrying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tons of gravel, like several times more than I've actually got stored there, would sell it for like maybe a few thousand rubles, if that. So it's not worth it, honestly. So let us go ahead and set this up then. You want the tightest possible corner. So that's going to be running up that way. I should probably pause this just so that we can use the old planning trick I tried to show off when I was last working on the railway lines, since it's a very useful trick. And I'm doing this, by the way, because this road is plugged into this junction box, so it's so very close to the junction that it's only this track can actually get past it, like out here, and even then only just. And of course, if this thing catches fire, there's no way for a fire truck to get there if a train is parked there loading, so I don't want to obstruct that road. So that's why I'm doing it like this. But trains can freely pass across this road, that's fine. Then I have to try and connect it to the weird and wonderful world that is this set of junctions. I think I dropped the ball when I built stuff where I did. In fact, this entire connection here is unnecessary. I could just rig this so that trains can just wander up here and get in here, no problem. That would probably work a lot better, if I'm honest. You have to remove some crossing points around here. Oh well. I had good intentions, but I built it too complexly. Ah well. Well now, that should about do it. I've tidied up the junction, I've separated the fuel linking, I've done all... I've got this section here, so fueling is an infrequent stop, honestly. So this section here being one train at a time should be fine. I mean, there's an entire section down here where trains can wait if there's several coming to fuel at once. So yeah, this should work out better in general, though there is admittedly some contamination and crossing points down here, but unless I'm willing to splash out for bridges, that can't be helped. Now, there is something I did want to mention, which is, of course, why aren't I doing this using a construction depot? And that's because, again, I'd have to do it, and then it would have to be in town, and then I'd have to have resources shipped to it, and all that good stuff, honestly. So, yeah, that's why I'm not doing that. But if you notice the price, though, 66,000 rubles. That's like just over half of my current reserve. I will pay for it, of course. Ka-ching! There we go. Because right now that's the only way I can really build tracks, unless I actually get an actual depot. And I want it done fast as well. I can't afford to wait, so that's another reason to do it. Just hiring the materials. Well, I don't hire the materials. I buy the materials and hire in the labour and do that. So that's one advantage of the quick system, that you can easily do this for things that need to be done in a hurry. Like this bit in particular needs to be done fast. The rest of it could have waited maybe a little bit, but the fuel would have been needed pretty quickly. So, you know, little things like that. But the thing is, now that I've got the link, I don't actually have a train to do the thing, which was always going to be a bit of an issue. Where are you going? You're going to that road, aren't you? Yes, you are, with 40 rounds. Wait, no. Oh, wait, no. You're going. Where are you going? Are you going to that? Is that still needs more resources? The large amount of roads I've tried to build have placed a massive amount of need on dumper trucks, actually. So I do need to get some more dumper trucks. More dumpers. I mean, we've got 2 dumpers, 2 mixers, a couple of things in here, but a couple more dumpers will help speed things up as well. Look at them, they're already starting to leave. Little dumpers. Oh well, can't be helped. Anyway, so I need the train for that, and for that I need money, of course. This all comes down to money at the end of the day, so we've already established that this is 1,000 a day on my current loan, but that is easily manageable. So I believe we'll be just fine if we take out another 2 million ruble loan. In all fairness, I did waste maybe 500,000 rebuying all these trains and things, so, you know, my financial management has not been the most responsible example ever seen by the light of mankind, but I am the head of a Soviet state, so who the hell cares? Yes. So, we need a train now. Diesel locomotive. This thing needs to be powerful and fast. I mean, on the passenger trains I did settle on the SU-45s, which is 97 kph, 100 odd tons, 1,500 kilowatts, so pretty potent. This thing is double the power, just over double the weight, slightly faster. So this thing is okay. This is going to go long distance though, so just a little bit of speed will make a difference. That said though, these two, this one is a lot. This one is a lot less powerful, but it's about the same price, and it's slightly slower. So I don't know why the heck I would get the TM30. Sorry, the T3M2. It's got half the acceleration, and it's heavier, and it's a little bit slower. Why would I buy this thing? I don't even know which jokers make that design. But I am honestly thinking on splashing on a TE7. Sure, it's only 3 kilometers an hour faster, but it's got twice the horsepower in it. So it could really bring some muscle to the table, which might be useful in this initial area where there's a lot more train traffic going on. Though once it gets out onto the wide open track, it's just going to be go for the finish. So probably won't be as good then. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to get a TE7 for this. Okay, cargo wagons now. We need tankers which can haul bitumen or fuel. I don't think there's an issue with cross-contamination because this carries both types that we can haul. What have we got? We've got 185 tons of bitumen and 141 tons of fuel, because remember fuel is being spread out and used all over the place. So that's something to do. 180, 140, 80, 160, 240, 320 tons, roughly, currently in stock, 320 odd tons. That's my, well, 5 oh, this is a double engine. Oh, that's why it's got double the power and double the weight. It's a double engine. Fine. But yeah, that's 300 tons in total. Hopefully this thing can split between the two resource types. I've not seen anything to indicate it shouldn't, because other vehicles can split, but maybe because it's different because it's a fluid type. Fingers crossed. You go to here, and wait until you're fully loaded. Yes. Then map screen. We need to go to the border. Run for the border. Escape this hellhole. Nope, you're just taking all the stuff over there. And at the customs house, you are going to unload everything. Okay, right, sorted. That should be good. Now fly, my pretty. Ah, isn't it a majestic sight? A bright blue engine belching black smoke fumes into the pristine, clean air of this nation. Truly, the people's vehicle. You can tell it's got those yellow wings on the front and everything. Oh, that is a nice little feature there. Oh, did I mess up the track types? No, I don't think I did. Yeah. Oh, something else I forgot, by the way. I'm thinking that I need to actually get rid of this off-site storage tank and just send the oil tankers straight into the fuel refinery itself. Though that said, I haven't got the road set up for that, so that if they do queue up, they'll wind up back here and then that'll block other vehicles. But this single unloading point it's going to have some congestion issues most likely as it goes on. Ah, you're present, good. Are you loading? You are loading fuel. Jolly good. Just drain all that fuel, yes. Now can you load the bitumen? Ah, you cannot. I am disappointed in you. You failed me for the last time, you accursed train. Patooey. You are a capitalist train, aren't you? You can't mix fluids. How dare you? Anyway, that answers that question. Right. So, unlike physical goods, you cannot mix fluids. I suspected you couldn't, but this is the first time I've actually tried to do so. So that means I will need to do some extra planning and building work and such. So, do that. Yes. Get a couple of thingies, like here, for access. we'll need a passing point in here. Just for all this. In fact, let's cancel and stop this. And yeah, we're just going to need to beef up this track so that we can get a second train in here, so one can grab fuel and the other can grab bitumen. That's all we need to do, really. It's not too bad. Plans change sometimes. Yeah, it is done. Oh, yeah. Here comes the second train. There is a passing point installed now so that they can easily get past this section here without blocking this area up. And it will also let them both go to here, so there is that. Yes, yes, bus, you wait for the train to pass. The one that's already there, since it already started slurping up fuel, is set to just slurp up fuel. This new train is set to grab the bitumen, and then both of them will be making a beeline for the border. Hopefully not carrying refugees trying to escape, but you get the idea. It's a good thing this thing has 2 tracks in it, but yeah, it works perfectly for our purposes at least. Though that it would have been nice if we could at least split the things. It's like this one could carry, say, 2 tanks of fuel, 3 tanks of bitumen or something. But hey. Let's see, you are... Oh wait, you're not loading bitumen? What? What? Is there a pipe? Is there a piping problem? Why you not do this? Okay, hang on a sec, I need to investigate this. Something's not working quite right. Ah, it was as simple as just a corrupted connection. Though actually, what happens if I tell you to take anything now? No, it's still not mixing. Okay, wait, no, hang on. I don't know. You, go to the border, please. I'm going to tell you to switch your order. And you are set to load anything. Yes. No, you're still not doing it. Okay, yeah, right. So yeah, that was just a quick check, just to make sure. You understand? Just to make sure, because that was a bit confusing. But yeah, even though the connection failed there, and I had to relay the pipeline, you can't mix them. So it's good to just make sure. So this thing is on its way to the border with only 94 tons of bitumen, admittedly, but that's still going to get me like 18,000 odd rubles. So that's fine. There is also double that still waiting. So I think actually let's tell it to come back. Yep, slam your brakes on. Come on. There we go. Teleportation. Honestly, sometimes in some games I prefer if you don't... Oi, come on. This way. Unless you decided to go for fuel. If you turn around again, I won't stop you. But yeah, it's, like some games I do like the added challenge of the fact that you need to plan for things, like trains can't magically reverse. Like Mashinki is one that I like to do that on actually. You don't technically have to do it in Mashinki, but I like it when the train doesn't obviously just like flip around like that, because it does break immersion a little bit, but I've not really built this track to be able to do that. So, you go and slurp up some more bitumen. And I think I am kind of inclined to demolish that particular bit there. Unfortunately, you can't break it down and get some materials back or stuff like that. Another thing that would be nice, but all I could do is just blow it up, really. But if you look at it, that thing has 900 tons of storage. The refinery has 450 by itself. So, that said though, the traffic doesn't actually seem to be that bad here. At least the people seem to appreciate having me as their supreme leader. So there is that, I suppose. Ha ha ha! Yes! Yes! Yes, it's working! The people that have been coming to this construction site and slacking off, they are actually now here. The crane has just arrived. And noticeably, by the way, the equipment is a titanic force multiplier. Yeah, so having mechanisms available is a huge help here. But it's done. Yes, our first pump jack built by our own workers is now operational. Of course, that means I need to go get a oil tanker for it, but you know, it's functional. It's going. It can contribute, and ooh, this one's going up as well, actually. That's quite a pace. Haha! Progress! Haha! Right, where's the thing? Yes, I am organised, aren't I? Oh dear. Okay, the T38 is the one I want. I might as well buy a few more. Just because I am going to be needing a bunch of them. And of course you're going to go to there, and you're going to go. You know what, I'm going to keep using this until it stops working for me. I think that's only fair, right? Oh, I forgot to pause this one, apparently. Oops. Wait, no, I left that alone because it goes just to that. Though the fact that these things are being built before the power lines are built is a slight cause of concern. These guys just don't know how to prioritise, honestly. Let's check. Can I rearrange things? No, I cannot. All I can do is delete the assignments. But there is this dandy little percentage thing saying how well progress is going on. Like, look at this road, it's going to max out soon. And it's this one. Over here. Yep, that's almost done. Yay! Yes, keep working, you lazy schmucks. Do things! Your glorious leader commands it. Thank you. I think I might need another crane, actually. No, wait, I've got two. They're just sitting over there and doing nothing. Yep, never mind. I don't need an extra crane. I will admit to one small mistake, though. I built the gravel roads, of course, but these trucks can actually do 70 rather than 60. So, slight reduction of maximum speed. It probably won't be enough to affect things, but if I find that a single truck can't handle some of these, I can always buy just another truck and I don't really need to care about it too much. Just thought I'd put that out there. So, yeah, I'm compensating for my incompetence in building the right roads by potentially buying more trucks. Hey, it's how it works out, isn't it? Oh yeah, look at that convoy going. Yep, that one's going that way as well. Where are you guys off to? You guys are off to the oil rig. Ah, yes. More oil extraction, please. Yes, please. Honestly, this keeps happening. You know what? I think I need another bus. Yes, the power supply has always been a bit iffy. So, just to help keep things rolling, I think I'm going to get a bus. Yes, it's going to be a small bus. I honestly never thought I'd use one of these things, but I don't really need it to move much. Though that, unless how's the fire station doing actually? The fire station is actually pretty good, but the problem is my power supply is still being a bit erratic. So I want a smallish bus. I don't want 60 or 50 odd passengers going to this stop because, well, that would be a waste. So it looks like I'm going to get a microbus. I honestly thought I'd never have a use for these things. And yet, here I am buying one. Okay. What about here? You guys, this is being sourced for all the workers for all the construction efforts and things, so honestly I think going to this one would be a good idea. This bus, because it can pick up and go, you're going to go to here, and you're going to go to here. That's what you're going to do. A very small but very regular transit between these two places. Look at this dinky little thing. It's so small. Especially compared to everything else. I mean, that one just had to screech to a halt because this little thing pulled out in front of it. It's like, get off the road, you tiny maniac, and this orange van doesn't care. I don't even know how fast this thing can go. I mean, well, actually it's maxed out, so it goes faster than the gravel roads let it. That means I could build an asphalt road between those two places, and it would work quite well. Why did I... Oh, it's driving on the path. Okay. Good for you. But hey, it's got 7 workers. And it immediately cuts the corner on that road. Skilled driver, I see. Here's the thing, though. You know that train all the way back there? It pulled into the station just as this bus was there as well, and this bus has got there faster. So yeah, I think this will help to ensure regular operation for the power plant. It's only sent 1 person to the power plant though, so I think I need to adjust this. Send as many people as possible to the power plant, and then everyone else can go to the fire station. So yeah, only like one or two people went. Yeah, 1 person I think went to the power plant from that bus shuttle, but now the bus will, like maybe 5 or 6, if it gets a full load, will go to the power plants. And that's what I want. I want the power plant to keep powering. More power to the power plant. Ooh, 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 ooh. What are you doing? You are full. Well, not quite. 297 out of 300, but that's so close that the game decides it's full, and that's when it sends it off. So we have our first delivery going. Excellent. How much are you going to get? You're going to get like 35,000 rubles for this shipment of fuel. And also you're passing through the fuel station anyway, so you're going to refuel here. Which means that this one's going to go off and get some fuel from the storage tank. Off you go, little train. Sorry, little truck. Bye-bye. But yeah. It's on its way. How are you doing? The bitumen train's almost full as well. Progress. Though I think I might need some passing points. Just to let trains more freely move along this bit, because, let's be honest, almost the entire length is single track. Here's something interesting. You know all these construction zones and things that I've been a bit confused about because they pop up all over the place? Turns out they actually do something, like in terms of the planning. Like, I've got all these passing stages planned, but as I scroll back, what I'm seeing in terms of totals and things is not actually everything. Because when I get over here, it's like it all disappears. And when I was near the border, before I laid out plans over there, it disappeared from there too. So it's like, I don't know if this is... I'm not sure what's going on here, but if I tell this to build, will it build all the others too? You're building, right? Is it still part of the job? You're building? You're building. And you're building. Okay, right. So, if I scrolled far enough away, it actually disappears from my list because I'm not near to it. For whatever reason. That was just weird. I just thought I'd share it. But yeah, there we go. A whole bunch of passing points just to make transit down that entire area a bit easier. Because our little hero has got things to do. Like get hidden by an autosave notification. I'm sure you get that. Look at this though, it's already doing 88 kilometers an hour. It's going to go back to the future, maybe. Or at least it's going to catch fire. It's probably going to catch fire. Well, here it comes. The first T7, an autosave, is here with 33,500 rubles worth of fuel. Yay! Go, go, go! Give me money. Oh yeah, this oil rig is coming into construction, that's why I had that in my info tab. Right. So we can get some hard figures now. This train has arrived. It is steadily unloading. There is of course a passing point right here, so that trains can come over and wait while unloading is in progress. But I also got the storage. So right now there's 21 tons of fuel in storage back there. This is because our oil production is still a bit erratic, and because we're also using the fuel for, well, fuel, oddly enough. You know, I think that was a given, but yeah. Still, look at that. Our first shipment is being exported from the country, and our first injection of rubles. Admittedly, it's taken billions to make 30,000 rubles at this point, but that was just infrastructure. Now the stuff will start paying itself back. And admittedly, while this has been going on, we have the other locomotive on its way with 54.5, almost 55,000 rubles worth of bitumen. So yeah, that's coming in, and that should come on about the same basis, I think, because we find the oil produces more fuel, but we use a fair bit of fuel as well. So yeah, but that's also a good value train. So our first combined shipment is about 85,000 rubles worth. How far away is that other train, actually? Oh, actually really close. It's within this last passing point. There it is. Yep, it's just cracking along quite nicely. And it wasn't planned, but a nice thing about how I laid that stuff out was how these guys actually have to pass through the fueling station. So they refuel before taking this massive journey, which doesn't take much fuel out of the tank, because they can hold a lot of fuel, actually, now that I'm looking at it. But it's nice anyway. It forces them to refuel. I think I might want to try and do that, actually, with a lot of vehicles, especially long distance trains or big trains, make them refuel. So it's a good thing to keep in mind. Yep, now go make me... hey! It was white smoke for a bit there, I saw that. You! How dare you actually burn cleanly? Black smoke, that's what I want to see. Black smoke only in my country. Because then we know you're actually doing something. Like unloading bitumen and getting tons and tons of dosh. Yes. While it's doing this, we have like getting towards 50 tons of bitumen built up at the back there. So yeah, a round trip for this thing. We can expect maybe 100 tons of bitumen to have built up at the other end. Still though, yeah, 100 tons, that's like a third of the thing. And we can enlarge the train further to carry more if we are so inclined. Look at that voltage. I think that's because the refinery is being a bit erratic since it's unloading one vehicle. I do think it'll go more smoothly if I start turning the tankers into the refinery itself. But then I don't think this will be able to use anything at all. Unless I can plug it into an output or something. But then, would a loop break it? Probably. This thing is still in early access. If only there was a fluid truck stop for unloading and loading. I'll have to look and see if there's actually a mod for that. There probably is. Anyway, that said, we have actually passed the half-hour mark, so I have to call the episode there. And this episode, we've not done much. We've got some solid construction going on. Oh, you're ready. Yay! That's our third pump jack, which has been built using our own construction methods. So they are getting there, slowly but surely. And I'll tell you to go to there, just to see what happens. Yes, because we must investigate this. But yeah, this has been Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll catch you all some other time. See you all later. As I spy on my workers to make sure they're going to the right place. I'm watching you.